Yes, people, what's going on? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another watch. Why did I say watch along? I mean match reaction / player ratings. Shout out to the people in the chat, and if you're watching on the playback or you're watching live, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the match. Who stood out for you? What did you think? For me, I'm not gonna lie to you, boys and girls, that was a tough watch. It was a tough watch because it was a boring game. It was against a team from Norway. We didn't really know many of the players, and we're watching the game because we love Arsenal, but even the players seemed like they couldn't get up for this game. It was a boring game. We take the we take the win and we move on. Bukayo Saka also got a goal, so we picked that, we put it in our pocket and we keep it rolling. But there was, what was there really to talk about? Because in the first half, I watched that game and I'm like, the deflection for the goal, it was not really too much build up for the goal. I was like, it's whatever. And then you look at the actual midfield. We changed it up a little bit. We took Xhaka out. We put in Odegaard and thing, and it just didn't seem like it was clicking. Odegaard and Fabio Vieira working together didn't really work for me. I thought it was kind of strange. It looked off a little bit, and I was like, what is there really to talk about in that? I was like, why? What? I don't think we should ever play them together in the Premier League yet. We need to see more of that before we try it in the Premier League, because I feel like if we did do that, it would be a bad idea at this moment in time. Well, you know what? One thing we can talk about that was a positive, Matt Turner. We always talk about Matt Turner in a negative light here because, you know what? Let's be honest. Some of us don't think he's of the level yet. But today, he's proven some people wrong. He performed well. He did what he had to do. And you know what? He stood up tall and stopped some one-on-one opportunities. And also, Bodø Glimt were poor with their finishing because they had some opportunities where they could have equalized. But you know what? Matt Turner, at the end of the day, kept a clean sheet, made some good saves. I was happy with him. Tomiyasu came in. He started this game in his normal position. As normal for once, because I think Ben White's just played too many games, boys and girls. He needed that rest. Ben White needed that rest. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry. I mean, Ben White came back in his normal position. I was like, what am I talking about? Sorry, I've lost my head. What the hell is going on? Let me pull this lineup up quickly because I'm losing my head. Why am I losing my head? Ben White played. Who am I talking about? Ben White played, no? Ben White played. Where did I get Tomiyasu from? I'm so tripping. Ben White played, Saliba played, Rob Holding played, and it was Lokonga, Vieira, Saka, Odegaard, and Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson first half got subbed off quite quickly. I think it was already a planned sub. He didn't really show me enough. Marquinhos in the second half really didn't show me enough either. It was just overall, it was just one of those days where it was like lackluster. But yeah, let me bring the boys on. I'm kind of losing my head here. Boys, save me. I don't know what the hell. I was talking about Tomiyasu for a second. When did Tomiyasu touch the pitch? Like, did he even touch the
He did. He 60th minute.
Yeah. Why did I have Tomiyasu stuck in my head? Ben White literally started, but Arteta did some weird substitutions today where it was kind of like it was pre-planned. I felt like everything was already pre-planned. I felt like he had an idea of what he was going to do before he went into the game for each person. And overall, there's not really like too many standout performances besides Matt Turner. Was there anybody else that impressed you guys? Because for me, I'm looking at Matt Turner. He looked okay. Everyone else, you can't really rate anyone too high, too low.
Yeah, Lokonga.
I thought Vieira took a lot of shots. You want to rate Lokonga high? Lokonga was solid in the middle, but he had a couple nice tackles.
Nah, man. I'm going to say it now. Yeah, I think there's so much snobbery within the Arsenal fan base right now. That team isn't shit. This is the problem, right? Because we don't watch them, because they're not... You know, if we put Bodo Glimt in the Serie A and we played them, they'd be like, oh my God, we just beat a good team. They're organized, they're physical, they're a tough team. And also, you've got to understand the climate that we played in as well. It's not easy to go there, how cold and freezing it is. And I think, yeah, Lokonga did what he needed to do. One of the biggest things that we complain about is he's not physical enough. But today, I think he handled that quite well. And he was actually better than any of our midfielders, and probably one of the bigger reasons to why we were able to push forward. So yeah, I'm actually going to give him credit today.
I'm trying to make man of the match candidates. So I have Vieira, I have Saka, I have
Vieira man of the match.
No, just some of the people I'm throwing out there.
He was
So
crap.
Vieira took the
man,
most shots, had the most chances created, got an assist, technically almost.
He was not that good. He was poor today.
Okay, so who else would you put as a candidate?
I think Lokonga was better. The only two players that actually stood out today for me, obviously bar Saka, were Matt Turner and Lokonga for me. Saka, I expected him to do what he did.
Okay, so I'm gonna put Fabio and Lokonga because I need to put 4 names.
I'm seeing Sambi. Sambi, man, he did his job today, guys. You can't really disagree with that, man. He did his job.
Okay. We got Uncle Laurie in the house. We got people in the house. We got Belvishwan in the house. Shout out my people. Big up, yo. Win-win. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Let's go. Man like Egal, shout out to you. Love your lives. Thank you. The artificial turf. Yeah, we got to talk about the artificial turf. Yo, boys, if it wasn't for the artificial turf, like, I wouldn't be as worried about this game, but I'm just happy that these guys got out of there fully like fit, and we don't have to worry about no injuries, no poor randomness coming out of nowhere. Thank God they're just fit and they're available for the next game, because if we went into this game and they got injured, that would be more upsetting than anything else. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the thing is that they should have with artificial turf is like it's easier to get an injury in the 3G pitches. I mean, you know, like long-term injuries, ACLs, MCLs, broken ankles. That's the issue I have with fake pitches. You know, it's because when you're on the grass, when you play on the grass, it's more. What's the word? It's more like when you land, it's like
he absorbs the impact more.
Yeah. On this one, you just bang straight on, like you get the full feel with the impact. So it's good that we came on with no injuries. You know, given how made of glass some of our players are. So it's a positive thing, though. And we played really well. I mean, it's a test of a thing. We can play. We can win on any material now. So they can't just good at Arsenal. We beat a good side, and we played on a different pitch in cold condition, so they can't complain.
Now, do you know what the best thing was? Actually, Arteta's response before the game when he was asked about the artificial grass. He was like, we played on worse conditions. We played on artificial grass before. These players are up for anything. And I was like, that's the best way. Because, you know, like you hear managers sometimes complain about conditions of pitches and stuff. And it kind of already puts them into a defeatist mindset. I think Arteta's like, bring on whatever you want to bring on because we're ready for it. And I think that's the biggest change. But I do think we play this artificial grass a bit too much. Bar the injuries, our performance shouldn't drop. It doesn't stop you playing football. So that's my only sort of hit back on this whole thing of like we didn't play to the levels because it was artificial grass. No, we were just poor today, and we can accept one poor performance in like 12 games. It's fine. We can say that.
You know what I ask? I ask everyone in the chat, plus yourselves. Did anybody impress you besides Matt Turner?
Yeah, Lokonga.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, bro, I don't know why he's struck that Lokonga played good.
Bro, I don't think Lokonga was all that. Like,
now you watch him back and you'll understand. This is what I say about you know when
players. I think he was solid 7. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody was an 8.
Yeah, but that's better than everyone else. The rest of them were like 4s.
Okay.
Now, considering the whole but you've got to understand, for a number 6 is the hardest position to play when your whole team's playing poor. It's hard when you've only got like Saka doing something, because every time he makes a pass and that pass doesn't go and the player doesn't do something, like it makes Lokonga's pass look worse. But it's not Lokonga's pass; it was the player being poor. So I think this is one of those performances where when people watch Lokonga back, they'll be like, actually, we see why people. Because I didn't expect him to play as good as he did, especially against a physical side, and that's to me the more impressive thing. Yeah, but Matt Turner was far beyond. Like, that's the only reason we won the game.
Yeah. You know what? I take the Fabio Vieira thing back. What the hell was I talking about? I think I might have been confusing Fabio Vieira with something else, because he at times he was invisible. Was he the one that got the assist, or was it Lokonga?
I think
Lokonga started the move. I don't know who. Odegaard got the assist, I think. Yeah, because yes, Odegaard got the assist because no one technically got the assist because it bounced off their defender and then so.
All right, let's get through this. Make sure you smash the like button, people. 100%. Velvishwan and Velvishwan, Uncle Laurie in the house. OGs, John in the house. Evening all. How are you, people in the chat? Let me know how you guys doing. When Partey comes on, he shed the ship. What? He stirred the ship. He studied the ship. Definitely. Big up, my G, real one. Yeah, man. Definitely big up. Where's the link? Yo, I'll put the link in the chat right now. Personally, I feel like let's just get straight into the player ratings. And I think, let me just tell you guys this right now. Bar Matt Turner, Lokonga, Saka. Does anybody else get over a 6?
No.
Not today, no.
Okay, so what are we giving Matt Turner? If we're being generous, I think he's
8.5.
Yeah,
I think he's the man of the match. I think Matt Turner was the best player on the pitch today, potentially, and because he had so many one-on-ones, he was sweeping up every 2 seconds. He was doing what he had to do, and I'm just gonna say 7.5.
Nah, 8.5.
No, come at 8. 8. Don't stop doing these point numbers. Go to whole numbers, right? We do whole numbers here at EGTV, bro. It's an 8.
Bro, every time he needed to sweep, he swept. His distribution on point today. He was the only. He's genuinely
8.5 people. Really? We're giving Matt Turner 8.5.
Okay,
Okay. If it wasn't for Matt Turner's save, would we have won or lost this game? We would have lost it by 3-4-1.
Okay.
Easy.
Fair. We give
Matt
Turner his credit. We give Matt Turner his credit and we upgrade it to an 8. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine. I can take that.
That's fair. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Ben White played, but did he?
He was fine. He wasn't
to his standards, I didn't notice him. Like I noticed Holding because he made mistakes. I didn't really notice Ben White. Not bad or a good thing, but just not noticing.
That's what I'm giving him like a 4.
We say ever said if he beat Tottenham and Liverpool, he's Arteta in. So I want him to say those words.
Bro, he's been Arteta in.
Yeah, I have to be fair. Yo, I was Arteta in since I think post Villa. I think I was Arteta in. So
wait, who was it that said if we beat Tottenham and Liverpool?
Tommy's.
No, that was me.
Thomason is Arteta in now.
No way.
Dead serious. He sent me a message on Instagram saying I'm Arteta in now.
Yeah, but then every time it comes onto the stream, it's like he just bounces around it like he's like a politician. He just bounces around the question. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'll give it till the end of this. And I'm like, just say yes or no.
You know what? I think it's time to finally end it once and for all. But you know what? This stream we're also gonna have to talk about Granit Xhaka's contract because I don't know if you guys heard about it. Did you guys hear about it?
Yeah, it ends in 2024 though, doesn't it? So
no, but they're about to renew it.
Oh, calm. That's great news.
Potentially give him a new contract. But yeah, what do you think about the game quickly?
I think it was a dead game, to be honest. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it was a dead game. It was one of those games where you just take the 3 points and you move, to be honest. I think some players were good. I think Matt Turner was probably the man of the match. Made some crucial saves. I think Saliba, Tierney, when Tomiyasu came on, I think he was good as well. I think Lokonga was decent in the second half. In the first half, it was average. I think I've seen a lot of hate on Lokonga, but I think he was all right. I don't think he's a 6. I think he's more of an 8. So when he plays in that 6 role, he's gonna look underwhelming. But I don't think that's his position. For the next few years to come, I think he's more of a box-to-box midfielder. We do need to get a new midfielder in January. I think we need a backup for Partey. Because even when Partey came on, I was like, imagine this guy goes down in the few minutes he's on the pitch. But yeah, it was one of those games where you just take the 3 points and you move, man. So it is what it is.
That's what I was saying. That was literally what I had it as one of my titles. We won, we move on. Shout out to everyone.
And one more thing, I think Rob Holding needs to be sold. This guy's not good enough. He's not good enough for us.
Rob Holding was poor. What if you guys had to rate Rob Holding?
He was really poor.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm just gonna rate Rob Holding a 5. I'm gonna give Saliba.
I'll give him a 2.
I'll give Saliba a 6. I give Ben White a 6, and I give Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu, should we give him a 6 also, or a 5? What are you guys saying?
Tomiyasu looked better than
Tierney. Forget about Tomiyasu for a second. What are you giving Tierney?
I'd give Tierney a 6. I think he was one of the better players on the pitch.
Well below par.
He was trying to tuck in. He was trying to play like the way Zinchenko plays, but I don't think it suits him. I think Arteta is forcing that move where he tries to tuck Tierney in where Zinchenko does that better, but I think it's what Arteta wants personally.
Okay, let's go to Mohammed. Mohammed, how you doing?
Hi, Egal. How are you guys?
I'm doing good, man. Talk to me. How you feeling about the performance?
Yes, it's not a very good performance, but job done. Got the 3 points, and we are top of the group. The brightest thing, I think, in the match, the brightest point is the performance of Matt Turner. I think this match, this very good, superb performance will give him a boost and confidence for the next matches. I think he was very good, not only shot stopper, but to cover behind the defense and to go out from the goal for those long passes for Bodo. I think his timing was very good. So Turner for me was superb, and we had to through our big guns in the match from the starting lineup. Few of them, and Arteta managed, I think, smartly the load physically, and he in the 58 minutes started the substitutions so that we manage those key players to be fit and not to be overloaded for the Leeds match. The one who started came out, and we are forced to throw another key players from the bench to see out the match, because we were fortunate, because Bodo missed 3 or 4 golden chances in front of our goal. We were fortunate, very fortunate. I think some of our players today was sloppy. Odegaard passes was not the real Odegaard that we know. His passes was loose passes, sloppy passes. I think Turner defensively okay, offensively not. Nketiah did not have the best matches. I think some of the balls he miscontrolled it. So I think offensively we didn't create a lot of chances as we expected. We were not sharp. We were not quick. So I think in the end, Egal, we got it. We got our goal, the 3 points, and no injuries. Thanks God after this game, because we knew. Look at the names of the top or very strong teams who will drop from the Champions League. So it was very important to get the win today, because we have 2 tough matches against PSV Eindhoven, home and away, will determine the top of the group. So for me, it's very important to be top and to avoid a strong team dropping from the Champions League. And finally, Egal, as I told you before, this match, I think, made the picture clear that we have not the depth, the real depth in our squad, because Arteta forced to throw the big guns to see out the match and to see out the win. The depth in midfield and in the wings are worrying. For me, the main. I hope that from now to January we will be in good position in the league, and we must reinforce in midfield and in the wing. We don't have depth in this key 2 areas. This match proved this point, Egal.
No, I hear that, bro. You know what? Thank you, Mohammed, for coming on. Really do appreciate it, bro. Have yourself a wonderful day as always, Mohammed.
Thank you.
Big up. Tommy, what are you saying before we go back onto player ratings?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right, guys. My dad had his birthday on Tuesday. He's 60, in it. Then I'm looking forward to my birthday in 11 days. It's gonna be 28. So yeah, good to be an Arsenal fan. Now you guys, I'm Arteta in now. Now you guys can't get on me now. I'm Arteta in now. You happy now?
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
It's whatever you finally came to see the light. That's all I'm happy about.
Yeah, I'm happy. We're top of the league. We're playing well. I don't think we'll win the league. I think we'll finish second, I think we'll finish second anyway. So yeah, Bodø Glimt. It was all right. But they caused us a lot of problems, especially on the counter attack. And I said this would be a tough game because they're good at home as well. And we were just getting like cut through in our defense, and we keep on switching off as well. I'm thinking you can't switch off, bro. We kept on switching off as well. I thought Saka was our best player as well. I thought Reece Nelson was okay, but it just doesn't really do it enough for me. I need more from Reece Nelson. I need more. He needs to step up his game. It's not enough for me. And I thought Sambi was all right, but he needs to get into the game more. And I thought Tierney was outstanding. Ben White, him playing in that right back, bro, I thought he was outstanding yet again, man. And Matt Turner was good. He made a few saves, but didn't really have much to do. But yeah, I thought Bodø Glimt caused us problems, and it's just they don't have clinical strikers. But yeah, we got away with it. But it's good to win as well. But I thought we got away with it for me.
You know what? Big up to you, Tommy. Really do appreciate you coming on all the time. Let's go back to the player ratings, people. Let's go back to the player ratings. Let's talk about some of these player ratings. So I'm going to now give you guys pull it up on the screen. Let's pull it up on the screen and let's just look at some of these player ratings. We've given Matt Turner an 8. We've given Ben White 6. What was it? 6? Right? Hello?
Yeah, you gave him a 6.
I'm talking to Souls.
I'll give him an 8, man.
What?
What the?
Ben White.
Bro,
It
it's
was good
fine to
today.
say, and I'm
It was
going to
good
argue
today.
on this
Come on,
one, 'cause
man.
I think the whole team was poor today. It's fine to say it. Like, I know we won, but I don't think there's only 2 players who actually played above their level.
There were some players who played shit today for me. I know who played shit today anyway. Like I thought Odegaard was shit today. I told you guys I'm not convinced on this guy. I am not convinced on Odegaard. He just doesn't do it.
I'm just gonna leave the agendas for a second. Ben White gets a 6. Saliba gets a 6. What I think is Holding is.
I still think this is too nice, but
Holding gets a 5.
Give Holding a 2, please.
Tierney
was shit today, ain't it,
Tierney didn't really do anything. Tierney didn't get forward, so 5.5. What do you guys think?
How can you give Tierney and Holding the same rating? Rob Holding missed every pass I think he made this game.
Rob Holding gets a 4. Tierney gets a 5.
I told these. I said to people about Holding. I said Holding's not good. Like, so I've warned people about Rob Holding. I said this guy
Holding's good for what we need him to do, not for what he was today.
Should I be cruel again?
Holding's just not good.
I think you might have been way too nice, man.
Another victory for the Arsenal. We've been massive shift. Arteta in or out, backing him. But yeah, massive shift. Arteta outers are backing him. 5. That's harsh. Should be like a 7. Bro, what did he really do, Steve? That's the question. Like
he got forward. He got forward a lot. He was getting the ball. He was tackling as well.
I think giving him a 6 is actually like a fair.
I was giving him a.
Nice, man. No. I'm gonna say
giving him an 8.
You know, just because look, the players have played well this season. I'm going off of this one individual game, and for me, they all were underwhelming. None of them played to their level, and I think there was a lot more to come. I think a 6 is too nice.
Okay, so we'll meet in the middle. I'll give him a 6, and I'll give Rob Holding a 4. Is that fair, guys?
Yeah, Rob Holding is just not. He's just not that good, man.
We'll lock in the 4. Tierney 5, because I thought Tierney didn't get forward much. Did you guys notice him getting forward much?
He did get forward, but there was no one in the box when he was whipping in the crosses.
So it's hard to judge him. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it as a 5. And by the way, Saliba and Ben White get 6s. Moving on,
What's the averages? I want to see what like this thing is given.
they gave them 6, 6, 6, and they gave a 5.5 to Tierney. Now, Lokonga was one of the better players in the match. 7.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, the only other standout really. That's it. Yeah.
7. They gave him a 6.5. Vieira, my apologies for earlier, guys.
It was too quiet for me.
I don't know what I was talking about. I'm giving Vieira. I think he had a poor match.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was poor today.
Now that I think about
Do
it,
you know what it is? Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
I was confusing him with Odegaard for a second. I don't know how that happened. But
Yeah, so all I'm going to say, right, is I think people are going to say it's poor, but I think this is on Arteta more than it is on Vieira. He got it completely wrong. He needed to switch the roles of Odegaard and Vieira to get the best out of that midfield. And unfortunately, I just think it was one of those experiments he did the wrong way round. So I think people need to just hold fire on what they say about him. But yeah, he wasn't good for that role today.
Do we give him the same rating as Tierney?
Nah, that's why I think you guys were being too nice, man. Like, it's hard now to give anything's going to look good now.
Okay, so the same rating as Holding, because he was just...
But he was better than... Well, not better. Yeah, go on, yeah.
5 then.
I agree with Souls. I think Vieira was playing too deep. Odegaard should have played where Vieira was playing and push Vieira further forward. I think Arteta got it wrong there.
People are saying trust playing the next season, simply top 4 small cups. Juventus are shit, bro. Juventus are
they're very shit.
We'll beat
Very
Juventus. We'll slap up Juventus.
Barcelona might come into the Europa League, you know. Barcelona, obviously, AC Milan.
Barca, AC Milan,
Juventus. You think we'll beat Juventus, though? Are you sure we'll beat them?
Easy beat them.
Would we beat AC Milan?
No, they're going to be tough.
I hope so.
Barcelona?
I hope so.
I think Barca's going to be a good test, but I think we've got too much for them.
They were lucky, bro. Inter Milan should have won that game yesterday. I don't even know how
easy.
Let's just skim by this. So we gave Fabio Vieira a 5. They gave him a 5.5. We give Odegaard a 5 also.
2.
3.
I'll give him a 2.
Why are you guys so harsh on Odegaard?
I am not convinced on this guy
because he was below average for me.
I think he's not that great. I think he's overrated.
No, I think he's good, but I just think he was so poor.
A 3 is harsh, though.
I'm going to give him 4.
I'm taking Madison.
Look, I'm going to be honest here. This is why
I wanted to give on the pitch.
Yeah, this is why you gave the defense way too high ratings to the point where you can't actually rate these guys properly, because you can't give them lower than what you've given that defense. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's got to be a 4. He wasn't the worst player.
I'm just not convinced on this guy, man. I'm not.
Sure. Saka, he gets a 7 also.
Rather give him an 8.
Ryan got the goal. He was kind of threatening, but then he got subbed off, and then he really didn't do much after the goal. But yeah, 7, just based on the fact 6 actually, since he got the 6.5.
Yeah, I think
I got a question.
If you're going off of like expectations, then yeah, it's a 6.5. I expected him to do what he did today, so I'll go 6.5 just on that.
I got a question. Why was Saka more up for it than all these other players?
His mentality is a bit different.
It was a stat pad session for him. It was too easy. I think Reece Nelson was the one that made no sense to me. Why he wasn't doing anything? I think he gets a 5. He tried to do some stuff.
Oh man,
that's too high. That's too high.
You are so nice today. What the hell? Why am I the pessimistic one?
What should we give Reece Nelson then?
Because he doesn't get to play much, and he played only half.
He was shit, bro. That doesn't excuse you being shit. You're still shit. It doesn't matter. I can't give you a rating because you didn't play.
Reece Nelson didn't really do enough for me. I'll give him a 2.
Then you're giving them 8s and 9s because they never played.
So are we saying Reece Nelson was the worst player on the pitch?
What did
him and Odegaard? Yeah.
Yeah, him and Odegaard.
Was a shit. The Saka goal wouldn't happen.
We give him a 4.
Told you. I'm not convinced on Odegaard. I'm just not convinced on him.
Bro, I don't know why you keep repeating the same thing.
Yeah, we know you're not convinced, and I don't know why, and I'm not going to bother. I can't be asked with the argument right now. But yeah, like now, the thing is, like Nelson did nothing
anyway.
He's trying to prove He's trying to do that Nketiah thing where he's going to
It's
start
Maddison
playing,
over him,
start getting
man.
minutes, and then he doesn't perform. And it's like, well, you're not good enough.
I'm taking
I
Maddison
think
over.
it's time to sell him, but I'm not convinced by him as a talent.
Reece Nelson for is that fair?
I would have gone lower for most of these, but yeah, go on then. 4 on the basis of what you've given.
What does Eddie Nketiah get? I'm gonna just leave it up to you guys to rate Eddie Nketiah.
But he has to get a 4 now, wouldn't it? Because
He gets a 2 from me.
I'd give
but
him
you
a 5.
can't now
I
give him a
think
2 because you guys are giving 4s above. You can't now give him a 2. That's why
He
I'm
wasn't
saying
that.
the ratings
Nketiah
are
wasn't
high
that
today.
good, man. He's not. He wasn't good today, man.
I just want to
He
know
didn't-
what
he
the
didn't-
people in the chat are giving Eddie Nketiah.
He
Let me
didn't
know
get
in the
any
chat.
chances, to be honest.
Yeah, no, yeah, he didn't have a chance.
People are
to
saying
take.
1. People are saying 4.
2.
4.
I'd agree.
I
I'd
agree with
agree.
the
No.
four.
I would agree with everyone if they hadn't given so many high ratings today. Because I thought everyone was poor today. So I'm not going to say he was any bad than any of the others. So I'm going to go 4. That's the lowest we've given today.
Yeah, 4 is fair.
A better team will put us away. We were lucky to get away with it today for me.
Okay,
But I
and we
think
got
a
to do a
better
little
team
bit of
would
the
be
bench,
more up
guys.
for it.
We got to do a
Be
little
more
bit
up
of the
for
bench.
it for against a better team.
Xhaka came on in the second
Barcelona,
half.
Juventus, AC Milan will put us away.
To be
Xhaka
fair,
got a
Xhaka was.
5.
I'm so glad Xhaka got his stupidness out of the way today. Some of the passes he was making, stupid. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go
Tomiyasu was
7.
solid.
Tomiyasu gets a 7 for me. When he came on, I actually noticed the player being gone.
Marquinhos was middle.
No. Go back to Tomiyasu. What the hell? Why are we giving him a 5? He's the only player I noticed coming on and actually did something.
6
The
for
rest
him.
of them didn't really do anything.
Marquinhos is now called Vinicius. Partey did something. He came on and he just started the ship but he came on like what time was it? What time was it when Partey came on? Do you guys remember?
Like 80th
I think
minute.
it was
like
the
very late.
86th minute.
Yeah, it was very, very late. He had
You
no
know what?
time to do anything.
Just give him a 5. Give Marquinhos a 5. Give Tomiyasu a 6.
Right, you might have been nice today, you know.
Martinelli, I gave a 4 because he came on, didn't really change the game at all.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't do much. He ran around a little.
Xhaka did. You know what? Xhaka should get worse than Martinelli. But I'll give him.
But I'm glad he got his stupidness out.
3.5. Just you know what? He could end up doing something stupid like that in the Premier League game and ruin his perfect good form.
No, I think for the Premier League game, they're more up for it, and they know not to do that.
That's it.
But I just don't understand how someone like Saka was up for the game and someone like, I don't know, Reece Nelson.
Some people are saying Saka was solid. It's not about the
Xhaka had some stupid passes, man. The guy was stood right in front of him and he goes, you know what, here, have the ball. No, I'm not gonna give him but yeah, no, you're right, one thing I don't understand is those fringe players not wanting to play like their life depends on it. That made no sense to me.
That's true.
All right, let's move on from that and let's get on to the Granit Xhaka train and talk about what's going on with Granit Xhaka and his new contract. So, by the way, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're watching the playback, please do hit that like button right now. First things first, Granit Xhaka has reportedly been touted that he will be opening talks to get a new contract. His current deal expires in 2024, and Arsenal are ready to discuss a new contract after the World Cup. That is what the rumors say right here. These rumors are from Football Insider 247. Now, Football Insider, you guys might think that they're no joke of a platform. They have quite a following, and they are extremely reliable when it comes to some of these news. Some of this news, so don't be surprised if this is 100% spot on. If you're looking for more of a reliable source to co-sign this, then you just wait for Fabrizio and David Onstein to co-sign it. But of course, this is a news channel, so we're just telling you the news. With Arsenal now planning to open talks with Granit Xhaka to give him a new deal, how does that make you feel? I'll start with Gunnar Souls because I know how it probably makes Tommy feel. But what about you, Gunnar Souls? How you feeling?
I'm buzzing. I'm actually buzzing because this is the first time where I'm like, you know what? I don't mind an older player getting a contract because you can see he's earned. While he's starting to earn the respect of certain fans, he's clearly got the players on his side and they respect him. He's the coach on the pitch, so you've got to have something there. You can't just refresh everything. And I feel like with the form that he's going into as well, security, like even if he like now like isn't the player that he is, so we want to get rid of him. If we give him another contract, teams are going to have to come in and put more than 20 million on the table. They're going to need to start putting that 30, 40 million if he continues his performances, and then you get rid at the right time. I think right now it's a good time to capitalize on the good form, give him that contract, and then if we're looking to move away from that Xhaka mold, then cool. You've got a long-term contract on him. He's playing on good form. Then you become more in charge of negotiations because you don't want to get rid of him. So for me, that's the way I look at it.
Okay. The way I look at it is you give him that contract, and it's strictly like it's strictly a couple of years till he ends, not till he ends his career or anything. You don't continue to give him a contract until he ends his career. What you do is you give him a couple more years on his deal, and that allows you now to give yourself that leeway to get in another player. Now, I said that the last time, obviously, but Granit Xhaka is now in one of the forms of his life, and he could be still playing for a couple more years. I don't think he's going to be a nucleus and a core part of Arsenal going forward 2-3 years down the line. Well, I do think next year he could still be a big part of the team. And for his contract to be running out in 2024, you don't want to lose such a valuable piece to your team at that moment in time. So I get it. They're probably protecting themselves and not to get his head turned while he's away on the World Cup. Because after he performs in the World Cup, you might have some people trying to get him like Jose was after the Euros. And you just need to sometimes you just need to hold on to some of your more experienced players. Even if their role is not necessarily on the pitch, they can sometimes do a lot off the pitch that we are forgetting about. But yeah. Tommy, you guys got anything to say on Xhaka before we go?
Yeah, he deserves it. Like, because obviously I've been critical of this guy in the past, but he's proved me wrong. But he deserves his contract.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a long contract, people. It's literally probably going to be another year extension. That's
fine. He deserves it, man. Well done, Xhaka.
What about you, Em?
If you asked me this like months ago, I probably would have said no. But now the way he's playing, I'd say yeah, give it to him, man. I think he deserves it. I think he's a key part of that dressing room as well.
Okay, and yeah, we lost M. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the match reaction, and we'll catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.